Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. My name is Adam. I hope everybody had a happy and safe New Year's. I can say that we did. Me and Elena and Stella, we enjoyed our vacation and we had a good New Year's. And now it's time to get back to the grind. All them holidays are over. So here it is. This is the weekend after New Year's, and I've got a couple little projects out here that I've started on. I've got one job here I got to get done. I'm going to get it done today, and I'm going to show you this on today's video. And I'll get to this. I've got a couple little parts here I got to modify. Some pretty simple milling work that I got to do. So we'll get to that in a minute. I want to go ahead and recognize a couple guys on YouTube that have sent me a couple things here recently. I got them this week. I got a couple gifts, and this is the first one here, and this is a piece that was sent to me by David Kirtley. He's on YouTube, and he's one of my subscribers, and he made me this little piece right here. And what this is one of the indicator lugs that goes on the back of your indicator for putting into an indicator holder like my Noga here. And you know, I did a little review on mine, I don't know, a month or so ago, and it seemed to caught on, and guys are really liking it. So there's been several guys out there that's making their own, and they're talking about it on their videos, and people are coming up with their own little designs and their style, the way they want to do it, which is really cool. You know, because there's a lot of different ways you can do it. And this looks like something that David came up with on his own, and it's a two-piece style. You've got, this is what fits into the Noga. That's your 3/8, and he's got a 1/4 thread on there. That fits in there, and you can clamp it down, and this will screw onto it, and your indicator goes between. I got another indicator right here, I'll show you. You can stick that on there and just tighten it up, and it works good. And actually it does pretty good, because the length that he's got there, you can get a, you know, a little leverage on it. And that's just that's David's style of doing it. Now, I'm not really sure why he wants to have this out here also. I'm assuming it's either just it's for looks, or maybe he's wanting to use his like this as a handle, where he can move it around and grab it like that. But either way, I like it, and David, you did some nice machine work on that. It looks great. And thank you very much. I appreciate that. And the other neat thing about this design here that I see is you can take this indicator off. Maybe you want a different indicator on here. Just take that one off and stick your other indicator on, and tighten her back up. So again, David, thank you. I appreciate it. Very cool gift. Did some nice machine work on that. That knurl, that's a great looking knurl you got on there. Knurling's one thing that I've always struggled with myself. Sometimes I can get it right, and sometimes I don't. But you did a good job on that. So again, David, thank you. Very cool. This was mine. I've showed this before. That's my indicator I always use, and this is one that I made. I made a few of these like this. The camera is mounted on one, and this is the one that I always use right here. So it doesn't have to look like this. You guys can do it any way you want. It just really helps keep the indicator position on the Noga in an easily usable fashion, where it's not cocked at a 90-degree angle from where you're trying to get in there. So I've seen several guys out there making one. All right, well, I've got one more thing here that I just got, and this is from Tom Zelikman. He's in North Carolina, and he is also a subscriber on my channel, and I've been looking at his channel a little bit. He started throwing up a couple videos, and he got himself one of those plasma cams, and he's been doing some pretty cool metal working on that, and I look forward to seeing what else he can do on that machine. I believe it's the same style machine that Keith Fenner has. It looks very similar, and but Tom's been cutting out some nice looking pieces on that machine. So I posted up some pictures, I don't know, maybe a month ago or so, a few weeks back, on Google Plus of some lathe work that I was doing using an insert tool, and I was facing off a part. And I guess Tom liked some of the pictures that I had posted up there, and he had asked me, he's like, hey, could you send me a couple of those in the email? So I did, and he messaged me back and said that he liked one of them so much he wanted to print one out to put out there in the shop on the wall, and told me that he wanted to send me one. So that's what he did. He printed out one of the pictures, and he left me a note too. Here, I'll read your note, Tom. Adam, thank you for sharing the photos, and as promised, here's a copy of your lathe work to hang on the shop wall. I think the prints came out very well. I really appreciate the time and effort you put into your videos. Whether you realize it or not, guys like you have become virtual masters to all of us virtual apprentices around the world. It's been truly helpful, and I have been able to improve my work greatly. I hope you and your family had a wonderful vacation. Best wishes, Tom Zelikman. Well, thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That means a lot. And I don't consider myself a master. I'm just a guy that's grown up in the shop doing machine work, and I try to do good work, and I enjoy just sharing the stuff that I do out here. All right, here's his business card. It's called Inspiration Metalworks. So look him up. He looks like he's doing some good stuff over there on his plasma cam. And this is the picture here. Now it is quite big. It's like poster size. So let me see if I can get it to where you guys can see. I can't hold it straight, but hopefully you can see this good. You can see there's my turning tool. And what I was doing a facing operation on the lathe. I had a hub. It was actually, I believe it was a sprocket that I was having to face off. And I used my iPhone to take this picture. You can actually get some really good shots on your iPhone. You just got to make sure you're focused and you got your lighting right. But that's it. And he really liked this picture, so he said he wanted to print one out and hang it in the shop. So I'm going to have to find me a poster frame or whatever this size is. I'll check it out, and I'll find a spot in here somewhere. Tom, I'm running out of room on my walls, but I'm thinking I've still got some space back there, on that corner. So it'll probably be back there, which that'd be cool anyway. You guys can see it whenever I'm shooting my videos. So that's what Tom Zelikman sent me. And Tom, thank you very much. The copied picture looked like it turned out really well. And I got a couple other things I need to get some frames for too, so I'll make sure when I get those, I'm going to get a frame for that and see about getting it hung up on the wall somewhere. Maybe you guys will see it here pretty soon. So thank you very much, Tom. I appreciate that. All right, so I'll show you real quick what I'm going to do. This is a little job I got to get done right here. What it is a motor mount. Nothing fancy, just a motor mount. But you see, it's got a ridge in here, a little raised area that was stamped in there, you know, factory. And they've got these plates here that they're going to be, I'm assuming, doing some fab work too, and they're going to be mounting this some way, but they need these plates to sit flat, and they don't because of that ridge in there. So he asked me, could I mill them so that they'll sit flat? So that's what I'm going to do. And I've already got me just a couple of reference lines on here that I'm going to start with, but it's pretty simple. I'm going to center it up because this is in the center, and I'm going to mill me a little valley right through here, right in the center, that's going to allow it to clear that. And I found me a ball nose mill that'll fit in my new wall down there. This is a 7/8 ball mill with a 3/4 shank, and I'm going to set the plates up and just ball mill a little valley right through there so where that thing will clear. I wanted a 1 inch, but you know, I've got a bunch of cutters from the old shop when we had our bigger milling machines, and a lot of my bigger cutters I cannot hold anymore because they won't fit in that mill. I need to find a probably like an end mill holder that'll go into the R8 so that I can hold some larger shanks, and not to do any kind of heavy duty milling, just being able to use the cutters for some light cutting. So I'm going to use the 7/8 ball mill and get the little grooves cut in there, and I'll show you what I do. It should be pretty quick and simple, hopefully. Alright, so we're going to get set up and get some work done. Alright, so what I decided to do, my first thought was just clamp it down on the mill table, indicate the back, and you know, do my milling. But what I decided I'm going to do is actually just make me as what a lot of people call like a pallet. I found me a piece of flat bar. I didn't want anything that thick, but that's the only thing I could find, and it's 1 by 5, and I cut it a little over 5 inches long so that I can mill the side square, which I'm not going to worry about right now, but I'm going to do that another time. And I dressed it up on the Woodchuck belt sander, and I'm just going to set the plates on here and drill and tap 3 holes, use some Allen cap head bolts, and bolt it to it. That'll keep it nice and firm, won't try to flex on me or move around. So that's how we're going to hold it right there in the middle. So I got the plate in the vise, and I'm just doing some hand laying out here, and I'll drill and tap 3-hole pattern like so and get it bolted down. So I'm just like I said, I'm just laying it out by hand. These holes are oversized, so they ain't got to be nothing super precision. Just trying to quickly get them done so I can get it bolted down. Okay guys, I've got the plate drilled and tapped, and I've got the first one mounted on here, and I'm getting ready to do some cutting. Got my cool mist set up. So I'm going to take a total depth of 1/8, 125 thousandths deep, but I think I'm going to have to move it to the side each direction, maybe a 1/16 to like I was looking for a 1-inch diameter cutter, and I didn't have a 1-inch that would fit the mill. The 7/8 is the closest thing I could find, and it looks like I'm going to need a little bit more width there to clear the indentation on the back of that motor mount. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to go ahead and cut this one to depth and then take it off, because I can't check it with the the heads of the bolts in the way, and I'll check it and see if I do need to widen it out, and if so, I'll just bolt it back up there and get it to where it fits like it needs to be. So I'm going to touch off and feed in. I won't take the whole thing at once. I'm going to take a light cut and see how it does. Alright, touch it now. I'm going to start with 30 thousandths, or about a 32nd. And I'm going to use a little mist here, but I'm not going to try to overdo it on the pressure here. Just need a little bit to kind of blow the chips and help keep it cool. Got it set to 0 on that center line there. I got my dial set to 0, so can't come to the same stop point every time. Alright, that didn't do too bad. We'll go ahead and go to a 16th deep. One of these days I'm going to make a little rod that'll attach to the side of this quill to hold this mister, so I don't have to keep repositioning it. I've got it to the depth. I'm going to go ahead and feed it to the side and go back in with it. I might have to actually go a little further than the 16th each direction to bring it to the width that I really need it to. Alright, that should be center. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to come on out some more. I guess I'll go 8 each direction. Let's see how it looks there. I'm just going to go ahead and widen it completely out before I take it out for the first time. Because I went ahead and measured again. I know I need between 7/8 and an inch to clear the motor mount. So I'm moving in each direction 3/16 in 16th increments. So this will be the last cut for the left side of the part here. All right. Bring it back to the center. All right, I'm going to unbolt it and test fit it. All right, guys, I got the first one milled, and this is what it looks like here. And I believe it'll work like I've got it. It's actually clearing that little hump right here. It's actually clearing that. And the only problem is that the bottom of this is not completely flat, and that, you know, that curvature right here where this little hump extends a pretty good ways over each side. So what I'm going to recommend that they do is use it like I got it here, and if they need to, just come in here with a grinder and dress this metal a little more flat right in there on each side, or just, you know, grind this a little bit with a grinder just to kind of you know, fit it in there perfect the way they want. But I've got it, I think I give them what they want here. It's just you're working with a stamped piece of metal, and I don't want to keep cutting a bunch of metal out of this. I'm comfortable with what I've done right here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call this one done. I just got to deburr it, get some of them sharp edges off, but I'm going to go ahead and get the second one up and get it milled just like this one. Alright guys, I got both of them milled now. So this job's finished up, and they both turned out good. And I believe, as I said, that the plates will work like they are now. There's just a tiny bit of rock there that can probably be cured by either just a little bit of grinding on each side right up here on the end, or if they want to get in here and try to grind some of this radius out right in there. So I'll leave that up to them to see what they want to do. But it was a pretty simple little job. Wasn't nothing too hard about it. And you know, I utilized a piece for the milling machine that I can clamp in the vise and use it to just bolt down odd shaped pieces just like this. You get a lot more rigidness out of it if you can pull it down flat like that. And I thought that was the better way to go than to you know, clamping down the table and having just that little bit of clearance right there, or trying to, you know, set it up on parallels to do work. So that worked out pretty good. And then I can, you know, I'm gonna put this over on my shelf, and I can use that for other things too down the road. So that's about it. And I was gonna point out, you've probably seen this in the background. I bought me a couple of the Spillmasters that Tom and James Kilroy showing off they got. So I've been trying it out, and I like it. I like using the brush. I'm used to using my Eagle Oilers, but the little Spillmaster cut works pretty good too. So I'm going to start using it a little bit more. And I think that about wraps it up. So I believe what I'm going to do here is this is a Saturday video, and I've had an idea on trying to do a video, you know, try to do one every Saturday, which I usually do. You know, Saturdays and Sundays is usually my days that I can come out here in my shop and get some work done. And that's what I always try to do. I can't always do it because I got other things that I have to take care of. We might have family stuff, or sometimes I even have to go down there and work overtime on the weekends at my other job. But so this video here was just a little bit of a mix, you know, a few different things, and I had an idea to maybe make a Saturday video, kind of like Tom Lipton's Meatloaf, Monday Night Meatloaf. You know, he throws in a few different things in his videos, and this one was a little bit of a mix with the you know, the items that were sent to me that I already showed you, and a little bit of work, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, Tom. So let me know what you think. I'm going to try this one out for the first time with the title, and we'll see how it goes, and just let me know what you think. So that's going to be about it. Thanks again to everybody. Thank you to all the new subscribers and all the comments. I appreciate it, as always. So I'm going to I got some other stuff I'm working on that hopefully you'll be able to see here real soon. So I'm going to get jumping on something else, and we'll see you guys later. Okay?